Leave me alone. I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Okay, so we've showed that a lot. It's December 7th, 2021. These are the Charles Perry Stalker podcasts. He's that guy and doesn't get it. Mr. Perry is driving me insane with the mental slow. I'm not used to dealing with it. I have no idea how the fuck you deal with somebody who can't get just easy stuff. It's driving me nuts. When you've worked with surgeons and federal elected officials and dignitaries and you grew up in it, it's like, and you deal with 40 cops that are very, very, very smart and get stuff like, boom, just like that, finish my sentences for me. I don't have to get out the puppets and the crayons. It's very hard for me to deal with somebody like Mr. Perry that you have to say the same thing over and over and over and over and over. And he just is not it's not clicking. So he's this guy because how many times did she say leave me alone? Like 800 fucking times. It's like the same thing with Mr. Perry. It's exactly the same thing. When you mess with me, you get caught. When you mess with me, all this $25 million was supposed to cover up, didn't cover up shit. It more and more has come out of your crime, your little hidden secret weirdo life. All that stuff has been coming out more and more and more since you targeted me. And you always want to know who told. Let me do the disclaimer real quick. Use allegedly. Nobody's been found guilty in a court of law just yet. Apply the but-for standard, but for Mr. Perry bothering me and 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 fucking with me and fucking with me and fucking with me and fucking with me, there wouldn't be the need for these podcasts. Apply the reasonable person standard, and we assert all constitutional rights. Were he not doing this?
Please!
Just talk to me for 2 minutes and I'll leave you alone.
Oh, my God!
Leave me alone. This is not hard words to understand. I don't like you. You repulse me. We're not a couple. Because you created some weirdo fantasy in your mind that's not real to me, doesn't make a relationship, sir. It makes you a delusional Looney Tune. He keeps typing thank you in my phone, and I'm like, oh my God. Thank you for rejecting you, and thank you for being the one that's caught your crime more than anybody else you know. That's not the appropriate response for what's been said at any point in the last 10 years. When have you been told on this much, Mr. Perry? I want to know. When in your life has stalking and peeping and hacking are crimes, sir? Did you know that? Are you not all there that you don't know that stalking is a crime? Voyeurism is a crime. You're making me feel raped. It's sexual assault. I'm sick of it. Hacking is a crime. All the stuff you do, the racketeering, the obstruction of justice, the perjury, the bribing of judges and whatever else, buying off this guy now. You're buying off that guy. And you always want to know who told on you. What the fuck is wrong with you? That you would say thank you. You gotta be off. You're off your nut. It's not the appropriate response for what's being said to you, sir. It's not even close. My guys are laughing at you. They're like, oh my God, this is so easy. It's not even fair. You ask me if it's Al, is it Z? I don't know who those people are. Is it Kim? I know like 5 Kims. Is it Ty? I know about 20 Ties. Is it Jim? I know about 5 Jims. Which one? You wouldn't have to ask me who told on you if you weren't being told on. And you can't seem to get what that means, sir. We don't have a date. We don't have a romance. You're a rapist. Voyeur rape, physical rape, it's the same thing. You're committing a sexual assault. You're watching me in my home for some sort of sex thrill, and I don't like it. You're doing it against my will. It is illegal. You've done this all your life. You keep getting caught. I keep quoting you guys verbatim. You want to know who's doing that? Who gets me the information that you just said and gives it to me, Mr. Perry? And you want to say thank you? And you want to keep doing it? You keep going at me, and you keep going at me. When you mess with me, you get caught. When you mess with me, you get caught. When you mess with me, you get caught. $25 million. What did that buy you? Where's your cover-up, sir? Where's your date? A real date with a real human being, not some daydream, bullshit, imaginary, whatever the fuck it is you do. You're like this guy. See, this guy doesn't know what an idiot he looks like, does he? What makes you think you're any different? I'm going to tell you one thing. You saw everybody got really pissed off at that guy for treating that girl like that, imposing on her like that, forcing himself on her like that. When you get told on, sir, it's the same thing. You got people pissed off at you because you're fucking with me and you're fucking with me and you're fucking with me and you're fucking with me. You're a threat to me. You're a danger to me. You're stupid. You think I don't know what the hell you think you are. But thank you is not the appropriate response. My guys are laughing at you. They think you're something. Wow, this guy's not all there. His elevator is not going to the top or he would not say thank you. Where's the $25 million? Where'd you get that money? Whose money did you get? $25 million. Who did you con $25 million out of, Mr. Perry, for a cover-up you did not get? And a date you didn't get. You're rejected, fucker. You're rejected. I don't like you. I don't like you, Mr. Perry. You're repulsive to me. You're all by yourself. You're not some kind of chick magnet like him. You repulse me. You disgust me. You're a sex offender in our book.
It's too damn early for this shit. Leave me alone.
How do you dress like this?
Okay, listen. As much as everybody hates that guy for what he's doing to her, they hate you for what you're doing to me, and you're doing a lot worse. Voyeurism is a crime. Stalking is a crime. Hacking is a crime. You bother me and bother me and bother me and bother me and bother me. There's not a mutual thing here, fucker. You're weirdo. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me the fuck alone. Leave me alone. The more you mess with me, the more you get told on. The more you mess with me, the more you get told on. The more you mess with me, the more you get told on. And yet you keep messing with me. It's like you like getting told on. Whose $25 million did you blow through and not get a cover-up? And you keep doing the same thing. When you mess with me, you get told on. You don't have a cover-up. Where's the cover-up, sir? Where is it? When was the date? You don't have a date. I don't think you even like girls. Because you don't shit all over women and like women.
What, are you a prostitute? I'm curious.
Sir,
Okay, you saw how people felt towards him and towards her. So when you're told on Mr. Perry, that's what's happening. People are feeling like that same way. How awful that he's putting her through that. How awful he's putting her through that. How awful he's putting her through that. What an asshole that he's putting her through that. And you are worse. When you mess with me, you get caught. $25 million didn't cover up the McNamara email. The $25 million didn't cover up the fact that I knew Mike was drugged before anybody else said it. Because you killed him, Lucky, and tried to kill Mike. You don't think if we're doing all this, we're going to deal with that too? This, the civil stuff is for that. That's all I'm going to say. We're just sitting back watching what y'all are going to do. That's all we're doing, Mr. Perry. You're not all there, sir. You keep asking me who told on you when you say thank you. I haven't told you. I don't tell you anything. I want you gone. I can't stand you. I want for you to be gone. When you're in jail, you can't fuck with me anymore. You can't bother me anymore. You can't peep and hack and make me feel raped in my own house anymore. I will never be broke again. So what do you think I want? You think it's to spend the rest of my life going through that?
leave alone.
That's okay.
You think I want to spend the rest of my life going through what she's going through? You're off your nut. And you're caught. And you keep doing the same thing that gets you caught. And nobody understands that. Nobody understands that. You can't reason with crazy, I guess.
I don't care.
Leave me
You
alone.
can tell me all you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Proof that-
Please.
And he's like, why are you dressed like that? Nobody asked you. Nobody fucking asked you. Nobody cares what he thinks. He was not asked. People hate you, Charles, as much as they hate him. They feel bad for me as much as they feel bad for her. And that's why you keep getting told on and told on and told on and told on. Your conduct is offensive. It's disgusting. When you mess with me, you get caught. 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 And yet you keep messing with me. Nobody understands that. What in the fuck is wrong with you? Can you tie your shoe by yourself in the morning? Do you have to have help? How many times were you told on before you met me? How many after? You're an accountant. Can you still add and subtract? When you mess with me, you get told on. When you mess with me, you get told on. And yet you're still messing with me. And it's so easy, it's not even fair, my guy says. What in the fuck is your problem? I don't care what you think. I don't care how you feel. I don't care anything about you. I moved twice to get away from you. I've sued you 4 times to beat you off me. You're not wanted. You're not loved. You're rejected and rejected and rejected. I left. You're pathetic. You are absolutely pathetic. You're like that guy.
Please leave me alone.
Leave
Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes.
So, whoever gave you $25+ million to cover up nothing, because you keep asking me who told, you guys were all desperate about me going to see my car dealer. When's she going to the car guy? When's she going to the car guy? Guess what? I do not need to go to my car guy, but it's funny that you thought I did. I get all confrontational with it. I'm like, why don't y'all, since you've decided I need to go see my car guy, why don't you call him and schedule an appointment for me? And I'll go see my car guy. You know, whoever gave you $25 million that got you nothing but told on and told on and told on and told on and told on, Charles. What'd you have to do to get that money? What'd you have to do to get that much money and not get a cover-up? Your crime has never been so uncovered. I want to know who gave that to you. So those guys in Houston? Did those guys in Houston give you that much money and nothing's covered up? Right? Hang on. I got more.
Young ladies and young girls and girls passed me by, and I didn't want you to pass me by when I saw you. I thought you were the one for me, and I'm pretty sure you feel the same way. Just like madness.
Okay. Do you see the look on her face, Mr. Perry? That's how we think of you when you start going, oh, thank you. Everything you say, every bizarro thing you say. This guy will type in my phone, what's wrong? Did we upset you? And I'm like, oh my God, you are shitting me with this question. Did you upset me? You ruined my life. You had me illegally arrested. You continue to try to do it again. You've tried to frame me for a fucking murder. You know good and well I didn't commit. I have 40 cops, you little bitch, protecting me from you. If I did a murder, they would have put me in jail. They don't need your help. I promise you. They're catching you with something wrong. And then, or he'll call me and badmouth me, his attorney, to file something on the docket. Oh, she's just mentally ill, and this is just ranting, raving, rambling, crazy. Well, you just, there's a thing called the Medical Practices Act, Mr. Warman, that says that you cannot diagnose somebody without examining them and without a license. My shrink said your client pokes and pokes and pokes and pokes because he can't get attention. He acts like her mentally disabled patients. And our false arrest was a stalking escalation. So, she saw me for 1.5 years and she is licensed. So you are out of line, sir. You broke the law. You can't diagnose somebody without a license to diagnose somebody. And you didn't examine me. You're not qualified. So you don't get to just call people up and say crap like that or put something on the docket. That's a bunch of bullshit. We're watching for stuff like that, just so you know. If it's a lie, I'd be very careful about putting it on the docket. And it's as weird as, look at the look on her face, Charles. You don't think everybody else is making a look like that when you start talking and it doesn't make any sense? Thank you. I've uncovered your crime more than anybody else you know. Me, and I can't do it alone. Can I? The $25 million didn't cover all that shit up, did it? Ringtone, get a ringtone, get a ringtone. And then these guys are so nutty, they'll do it anyway. They'll get caught planning something that's criminal. They'll do it anyway. And we're all like, oh my God, wow. Same look she's got on her face. These people are not all there. That elevator isn't going to the top. They'll do it anyway. Now I have 9 pages. 9 pages within a few days of a bunch of phone calls of them trying to get my ringtone. And now the guy's like, you can't say she's crazy. When she kept talking about the ringtone, you wanted a ringtone. How did she even know that? How'd she even find out about that? See, you can't explain that. You got people all over you. Mike was drugged. I said it 2 months before anybody else. How did she even know that? Now she's got 9 pages of phone calls of you trying to get a ringtone. I told she can do that. I told you so. And you want to say thank you? You think that means we're a couple? Wow. Okay, so look at the look on her face. This is how you sound to everyone else, Looney Tune.
The rotten people and just
She's rotten.
pursue a different life, get a better head start, you know? I'm no one to preach to you. I'm not Mr. Perfect. Believe me, I've got so many faults, way more than even you do in your crazy life you live.
What in the fuck? What in the fuck? Mr. Perry does stuff like that. He'll say stuff like that to me. Oh my God. We're like, what in the fuck planet do you even live on? What in the fuck planet do you fucking live on? Nobody asked you. Nobody asked you. You're peeping. You're peeping. That's a seriously deranged, sick little crime. You're peeping. It's rape. It's sexual assault. You're doing a lot worse than that. Our witness. He puts cameras in women's homes and sells watch time on the dark web. And torments and tortures and starves. That's how my guys got on you to begin with, Mr. Perry. Don't ask me who told on you and then say thank you. That doesn't even make sense. Do you see how crazy you sound? Do you even know? Crazy people don't know they're crazy. Stupid people don't know they're stupid. Is that how that works? Oh my God. You should see how I have to live with that crap. Watch the look on her face. Mr. Perry, these 40 guys and I laugh at you just like we laugh at you just like the look on her face. We make the same look. We're all cracking up. Like, wow, oh my God. This person is just, holy shit. Lights are on. Nobody's home.
But
I'm a preschool teacher.
I don't wish and I don't want any ill will on you. And animosity and anger is not good for the heart. I'm not angry at you. You know I love you.
Oh my God.
And I don't say that about anybody. Never, ever.
I don't know.
When he asked me, the other girl I wanted to get to know. And she left her mom, you know, or she got arguments with her mom. Not her mom, her sister.
Oh, that's you, Mr. Perry. We do the same damn thing. The fuck? All right, hang on. So, how did I even find out about the ringtone? How did I get this? Okay, if it's an email, there's already a recording. I'm just typing up what I heard in the recording. Mr. Perry, thank you. Oh my God. Wow. Can you tie your shoe by yourself every day? Do you have to have help? How many times were you told on before you met me? How many times after? You don't have a date. You're by yourself. You're rejected. You're a 10-year reject. Fail. A 10-year rejected fail. Where's Jackie when you're sitting around bothering me? Where's Jackie, your wife, and your kids when you're sitting around bothering me? When you mess with me, sir, we get more shit like this. Because the thing is, I wasn't supposed to know you were trying to get my ringtone. But you kept getting recorded and recorded and recorded and recorded and recorded and recorded. Y'all talked about it and talked about it and talked about it and talked about it and talked about it. I typed these up. I bet I got 40 of that about the ringtone. And there's even more of that recordings. The judge that grants investigatory orders was getting irritated. What's wrong with people that know they're caught on something and they're still doing it? Do they not know they're caught? I don't know, Your Honor. We're dealing with someone who's not mentally stable and not mentally all there. They're not able to put things together like cause and effect. When you mess with Cynthia, you get caught. When you mess with Cynthia, you get caught. When you mess with Cynthia, you get caught because they're still messing with her. Nobody understands that. Like, wow, what in the hell? And then he's like typing in my phone, thanks. What? Thanks? Wow. Wow. You can tell you're not getting it. You're just really not getting it, sir. The $25 million. What did that cover up? And whose money was that? Are they happy with you right now? That I'm sitting here quoting you? There's more over the last 2 days that we haven't put out. I'm not getting into what that is. You don't know who all's gotten it or where it's, which law enforcement agencies have it. It would shock you. You'd probably shit yourself. You'd probably shit yourselves. But you know what? We're not under any obligation to tell you what that would be, are we? We can just spring it on you. So whatever that's out, is first of all, it's out for my protection. Second of all, it's supposed to be a deterrent. You got caught. You got caught. It's to document Maine's Ray. You planned a crime against me and you got caught. That didn't happen to you until you met me, until you started fucking with me. When you mess with me, then you get caught. When you mess with me, then you get caught. When you mess with me, then you get caught. When you mess with me, Mr. Perry, you get caught. I didn't invite you into my home. Get out of it. You're here against my will. Get out. We're not a couple, Looney Tune. Get away from me. Get out of my phone. Get out of my computer. Shut up and go away. I didn't ask you what you think. I don't care. Why don't you care what I think? I think you're disgusting. I don't want you in my house. Get away from me. I don't want your cameras in my house. Get away from me. I don't want to hear from you. Get away from me. She's screaming at that guy. I don't want to hear your voice. I don't want to hear yours. Mr. Perry, I don't want to hear your voice. I don't want to hear from you. I want you to fuck off. Why can't you behave? Why can't you be normal? Why do you have to impose your weirdo on me? Why do you have to bother people and bother people and bother people and piss everybody off? And then you get caught and told on and caught and told on and you're just not taking the hint. Why do you have to act like that? Why can't you figure out people don't like it when you act like that? That's why the shit you do is illegal. It's not just deviant. It's criminal deviant. Why can't you figure out what that means? Nobody likes it when you do what you do. That's why you're getting told on and told on and told on and told on. And $25 million, sir, covered up nothing. Whose money did you ruin? Whose money did you blow through? Whose money did you use and get nothing but told on? Because that money was supposed to cover everything up, wasn't it? And it didn't. Because everything you did, everything you've done is here. And guess what else, Mr. Perry? It's not just here. It's also here. And if it's here and here, and it's what I have, my email has thousands. Philip Wishcamper, thousands and thousands. Hang on. Thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of emails where I'm typing up a recording of you. Where are the recordings? Who has them? Who all's heard them? Who all? I'm gonna preface that. Who all in law enforcement has heard them? Mr. Perry. And I guess you guys were calling all over the place, wanting to know, who is this? Is it you? Is it you? And somebody badmouthed me to the wrong person. You badmouthed me to somebody that knows a whole lot more about it than you do? Wow, okay. Good luck to you. Anyways, and I guess Mr. Perry was claiming he's a victim of hate crime. You got your feelings hurt because I don't want to date with you. And you're a victim of hate crime. Leave me alone is not a hate crime, sir. You're pathetic. You embarrassed the hell out of me with this. Oh my... I can't stand stupid people. I can't stand it. So I can't stand it. And I don't mean somebody with Down syndrome. I have patients with Down syndrome. They could think circles around you. Literally. They really could. Nothing slowed them down. Nothing. You're just, you walk around all arrogant, like everybody owes you something. That's, I'm out of words. I have no words for this. So, when somebody doesn't like you romantically and says, leave me alone, and you're invading their privacy in the nasty, disgusting way that you are, sir, that's not a hate crime. It's not a hate crime. If you attacked me on the street and you're trying to rape me, I'm going to hit the fuck out of you. I'm going to beat you up. You're going to get off me. That's all there is to it. So, when you're doing it like this and I'm screaming and yelling and it's a verbal beat off, what in the hell is the difference, sir? Why are you not all there? You're irritating me because you can't see yourself the way everyone else sees you. I don't understand it. If something's illegal, people don't like it when you do that. You're going to piss people off. They're going to start talking. Everybody wants you gone. Everybody wants you gone. Everybody's sick and tired of watching what you're doing to me. Everybody's sick and tired of putting up with your weirdo and your bullshit and your drama and your drama queen act and your whining and your sob story when they know you come up here. I don't go where you are. I moved twice to get away from you and to not have a conflict with you. And you come up here and you mess with me and you get told on. And you mess with me and you get told on. And you mess with me and you get told on. And you mess with me and you get told on. And everybody wants to know, how'd she find out? How'd she find out? How does she know you're pissing people off, sir? That's how. The same way that guy pisses everybody off watching what he did to that girl. I don't know I don't know why the hell I would have to explain that to you. Why would I have to explain that to you? Leave me alone. Or don't complain when you get caught and told on and caught and told on. And then when you're in prison, I'm going to come see you. And I'm going to go, what was so important, sir? What was so important? That you couldn't control yourself. And you had to bother and bother and bother and bother and bother. Is it worth it now? Now? Is it cute now? I mean, all that time you thought you were so cute. Is it cute now, sir? Please, fuck off and leave me alone. And understand that when you start saying thank you, we're laughing at you. That's not the appropriate word for what was just said to you. You've been caught more than ever in your life since you fucked with me. Whose $25 million did you con and get nothing covered up? Houston guys, I hear it's the guys in Houston. I bet they love you. Wow. I don't want to deal with you. I mean, anybody can look at this. Dr. Russell, Mr. Warman, she is a licensed psychiatrist. The court, Matt Powell and them, they chose this doctor for me. She did not come to the same conclusion you did, and she's actually trained. Okay? Your client, she's comparing to a mentally disabled patient of hers. Mentally about 5. Poking and poking and poking and poking and poking until you finally respond. And she said, with Charles, he'll escalate so much you can't ignore. Right here. He'll escalate developmental disabilities. And they'll escalate more than you can ignore. And that's your client, sir. And you are not authorized. You are not licensed. You will not slander me like that again. You will not. And not have legal consequences. Big ones, bad ones. Do not ever do that again. Charles, do not contact me again. Do not try to peep on me again. Do not fuck with me again. Because every time you do, you get told on. When you mess with me, you get told on. When you mess with me, you get told on. When you mess with me, you get told on. And $25 million covered up nothing. It covered up nothing. And whatever goes on in court, you guys better make sure you do it on the up and up, because we're watching for that specifically. If I'm telling people they want my ringtone, I wasn't supposed to know. The 9 pages wouldn't have any significance if I didn't have all those emails. And there's all a bunch of recordings that led to the emails that you guys wanted my ringtone. It wouldn't mean anything, would it? McNamara email, same thing. Mike was drugged email, same thing. We got to take her car away from her. There's a bunch of those. Same thing. We got to get her kicked out of her house. Same thing. Where's she going to live when we get her kicked out of her house? Same thing. Do what you do.